Many of you are going to make more in the next 2 months from your crypto investments than you have in your entire life. This market is absolutely set to explode. Many indicators already showing us that right now, guys. But look, hey, we're going to talk in this video about several of the majors that I think are going to continue on this trajectory you've already seen. And we'll throw in a couple of projects maybe you haven't heard of, smaller, lesser known projects that are set to rally and explode just like everything else. I want to jump right here though, guys, because a lot of the sentiment, some people are talking about, have we already peaked in the cycle? Is this bull market cycle over? And if we look right here, I do not think that is the case. And look, this is a very simple chart. This is the 2-year moving average chart for Bitcoin daily chart. And what you see right here is you have two lines, two moving averages that basically entrap the movement of this graph, this chart here. You have on the bottom, which is the 2-year moving average, the green right here. And then on the top, this red is the 2-year moving average times 5. So both of these right here, and this has been a really solid chart for Bitcoin movement over, looking back all the way, this goes back to 2011, guys. So what you can see just by looking at this right here, when we go up above this red here, it's a good time to sell. Generally speaking, you can see this very clearly. When the price of Bitcoin has exceeded the 200-day moving average times 5, it's been a good time to sell. When it's gone down below the 200-day moving average, it's been a good time to buy. You can see this over and over again. When above, good time to sell, it's come back down. When above, good time to sell, it's come back down. In 2017, we saw it majorly come back down. And now, this is where we're at right here in this 2021, getting into the end, into 2022. And look, we did have this surge up, this huge surge up here, but we never broke through that 5-year or that 5x of the 2-year moving average. And we came back down a little bit. And now, as we close out the year, we are set to just explode. And as we know, many of the altcoins do replicate and follow in the path of Bitcoin, but I think we're going to see Bitcoin explode. A lot of experts, as we look over here, Plan B, who, if you don't follow Plan B on Twitter, one of the best follows on Twitter, creator of the stock to flow model for Bitcoin, which, look, hey, he's not always right. No one is always right, but when you look at his analysis and what he has said in the past, he's right a whole lot more than he is wrong. And he has this chart right here, which he has laid out, and this red dot generally means all-time high modes. It doesn't mean necessarily all-time high mode, or it doesn't necessarily mean all-time high, but it does mean all-time high mode. And he notes when we do get into this area of all-time high mode, generally we're there for a couple of months. So it could be absolutely wild here, guys, with Bitcoin coming down the end of the year. And let's just take a look right here. This is the market sitting on October 30th. We're sitting right here looking at CoinGecko, and it's been a down day. But if you look at this total market cap, $2.7 trillion. And I think we are going to see an explosion to upwards of $4 trillion come the end of this year, guys. So I want to jump in and talk about some of the majors, some of these big players that you've definitely heard about that will rally and you can make some money on, and some other projects. Let's get into it right now, guys. And I want to start right here, guys. Let's take a look at this. First story I want to take a look at. I've talked about this a lot recently, and it's just because this is what's happening. We see this from time to time with ETH, with Bitcoin, with several of these other projects when people are draining them. They're taking them off of the exchanges. I go to Coinbase, I go to Binance, I go to FTX, and I pull my ETH off of the exchange into a private wallet. What does that signal? What does that mean? Why would you do that? The only reason you would do that is you're not trading it. Like, if I want to trade something, it has to be on exchange. Only way I can trade it when I pull it to my private wallet means I have no need. I'm not going to be exchanging. And what we see here is Ethereum is going to this level of supply shock, decline 18% over 5 months. And what that means is all of the exchanges, because this is what we love about cryptocurrency, we can just go to a place like Glassnode or any of these accumulators, aggregators of blockchain information, and we can see that ETH is leaving the exchanges and it's being moved to private wallets. And we can see it very clearly here if you bring up this graph. It's pretty easy to see, right? Like, you guys are very smart individuals. You can see when the supply is higher on exchanges, the price is lower, and as it drains, the price goes up. It's not rocket science there. That is what's happening, and that is going to continue to happen, in my opinion, over the next coming months. And look, as we get into more and more good news, considering the merge to proof of stake for Ethereum, you're going to see more and more people just want to keep their ETH and not feel the need to trade or exchange it. And when you look over here, here's something else. Like, you would think, right? Because if you've tried to transact on Uniswap or any of the decentralized, or just, even go and try to remove ETH from a wallet, it's very expensive. And that is because ETH gas fees are absolutely crazy right now. I made a bunch of videos on Shiba Inu, and look, hey, when Coinbase went down a couple days ago, to trade your ETH to Shiba Inu was costing $250 per transaction. Ethereum gas fees have risen 2,300% since June. And look, we all thought, right? EIP 1559, burning gas fees, all of these things were supposed to lessen the gas fees, make this a more usable network. But that is just not the case, guys. So obviously, right now, Ethereum is going through the Ethereum Altair update, which is part of their merge, the merge to proof of stake from proof of work. But look, I don't know when this is going to get a lot better for Ethereum. And it's just making it for the common person, me, you, somebody that just wants to go onto Uniswap, go onto one of these DEXs, 1inch, whatever, and just exchange, or even just send Ethereum. I like to do giveaways. I can't even send you guys ETH. If I want to do a $25 giveaway, I'm paying a $50 gas fee. It says average gas fee $51.45, which is up close to 2,300% since late June. Just absolutely crazy. But what it signals also, guys, is like it's frustrating, right? And it's hard to work on Ethereum, but it also shows there's a huge need and a huge surging need for Ethereum, and that just helps price go up and up and up. And the third thing that's happening with Ethereum right now is a lot of ETH is locked up in the Ethereum 2.0 contract, right? So a lot of people, either they're validators, they want to lock up those 32 ETH and become a validator on the network, or they just want to go and stake their ETH and earn the 6 or 7% return that's being offered right now. So all of these things are contributing to less ETH in the ecosystem, less ETH to be going around, and thus the price is surging and will continue to surge. I don't think it's uncommon. I don't think it's totally out of the ordinary to say we're going to see $5,000 ETH very, very soon, guys. And of course, after ETH, let's look at BNB. And it's kind of interesting because I did a contest giveaway, and I'm actually doing that giveaway. I'm sending out those coins later today, picking 4 winners. So I posted a community post. What altcoin, what cryptocurrency is your biggest holding right now? And I would think, obviously a lot of people came in with Bitcoin and ETH, and Cardano was popular, ADA obviously. And we had a lot of all these smaller projects. I want to call them shit coins, but there were a lot of shit coins in there as well. Very few people, I think maybe 1 or 2 people out of like 300 said BNB. And I find that very, very interesting because look, BNB last year, end of 2021, was about $45, now over $500, and it's set to surge because what I'm talking about with Ethereum, right? They've built Ethereum, what Ethereum wants to be, right? Like Binance Smart Chain is what Ethereum used to be when you could go there. Gas fees weren't crazy ridiculous. You could swap your tokens. It was fun. It was easy. You were able to make money using DeFi platforms. And now you can't do that on ETH, but you can do that on BNB. And if you look at the chart, I pointed this out last week, but we're forming this reverse head and shoulders for BNB as we are forming for some of the other altcoins as well. And we bounced really nicely off this 20-day EMA, right? It was looking like this formation may be canceled as we were falling here, but this nice bounce, this resurgence off the 20-day EMA, bouncing through here and bouncing through this resistance level of $518. So look, guys, we've completed the pattern and we should see a nice rise up in BNB as it shoots towards 600. I think there's going to be a little resistance in the middle, maybe at that 550, 560 level, guys. But look, BNB, I don't think it's out of the ordinary to say like this is coming for Ethereum, right? Like ETH 2.0, great. Proof of stake, great. ETH, probably untouchable as number 2. BNB's coming for you. I never thought it was possible, especially a year ago. But hey, I wouldn't be surprised if we see ETH get up to that 500 billion, or BNB get up to that $500 billion market cap, guys. And what does that do for the price of the token? Are we talking about $3,000 BNB, $3,500 BNB? I don't think it's out of the question. And the other one I want to talk about, if you know me, you know I love some Polkadot and love to see this as well. Capo of Noir, or Crypto Capo. Guy has 186,000 followers on Twitter. Very bullish on DOT. He thinks it's going to be the most bullish of all the major cryptocurrencies as we finish this second half of Bull Run 2021. My main targets, 250 and then 650. Are you kidding me? Can we please get there? $650 for Polkadot, guys. Is that absolutely crazy? I don't know. With the parachain auctions coming up, we're seeing a lot of development happening on Polkadot right now. Cardano's sitting a little still. I think you're going to see that flip happen, and then you're going to see Polkadot just move up, right? As more and more development, more parachains are launched. And guys, Web3 is coming, and Polkadot is kind of this leader of the Web3 foundation, in my opinion. So those are kind of some of the projects I wanted to talk about. And one more of the what we'll classify as majors, right, is this one right here. And let's talk about Matic, guys. A lot of people have talked about Polygon. It's been kind of fluctuating, and a lot of people think that Polygon, Matic, once Ethereum gets to 2.0, is going to go by the wayside. I am not one of those people, guys, but even if you are, we just talked about it. Ethereum 2.0 is not around the corner, in my opinion, right? They're going through this Altair upgrade. Things are not happening as fast as you might like as an ETH holder. And Polygon, whether you think it's going to be around forever or not, is around right now and is unquestionably the #1 scaling solution on Ethereum. So look, you have the #1 blockchain, smart contract blockchain in Ethereum, and the #1 scaling solution for that blockchain. So look, hey, it's been moving up in this channel for a while, guys. When you look at it, did just recently put in a 5-month high, but look, definitely pull up a chart when you want to look for a nice entry point into Polygon. It's bouncing off of this lower level of the channel and then bouncing off this higher level. So look, guys, it's not rocket science. When it's up here, don't buy it, okay? When it comes back down here, buy it. Sometimes you can make technical analysis too difficult. When you see something like this, it's just very easy, right? When it's here, don't buy it. When it's here, buy it. I think this is going to be just continue up and up. And look, we're going to break through this channel, in my opinion. Look, all of these projects, if we're going to exceed, like I think, a $4 trillion market cap, these things have to go up along with it. And Matic is a great solution, guys. I see it being here for a while. And now I want to talk about some projects that maybe, look, you've heard about these ones before. I'm not breaking any news, maybe just telling you my opinions on them. But let's talk about some ones that maybe you haven't heard of before. And these can rally as well, guys. The first one that I want to talk about here, it's called Syntropy, and their token is called NOIA, or NOIA, if you say it that way. So rethinking the internet for everyone. And look, guys, when I tell you that I think Polkadot is going to be very, very successful and run up to 250 and then up to 650, I'm then going to show you projects that are building on Polkadot. And this is one of them, guys. And you have to just consider this where we're going. So we had Web 1.0, read-only web. Companies, projects can post something. You can go to a website and you can read it. Now we're in this area of Web 2.0. I can interact with the page, right? I can go and I can put in my information. I can have a user account. And now we're moving to this area of 3.0, where we're going to be interacting with the blockchains and the servers in this case, and they're going to be interacting back with us. So when you talk about a project like Syntropy, it's a new connectivity layer for the internet. So they're really taking this concept of Web 3.0 plus blockchain for the internet and combining it. We're in this situation right now, internet now, very provider centric, right? So Google, Amazon, Facebook, Airbnb, all of these companies that you use, you think that they're all about you as the user because they're providing you this pretty user interface. That's not being about the user. What's being about the user is true end-to-end data security, right? Privacy by default. You don't have to enable privacy. It's there for you, not selling your information. A community that's governed by the users. And that's what Syntropy does, right? They're not taking your privacy. They're not selling all of your data to make more money off of you, using you as a customer. We're going to a level where it's user-centric, guys. And this is pretty interesting to me. And if we look over here, we are transforming the public internet into a secure and user-centric internet through unifying layer, right? So it's pretty cool, the technology. They're using encryption, optimized performance, built in automatically, and anything enabled for everything connected to it. So look, it's exciting times when you think about this, when you think about what Polkadot's doing, when you think about what all these interoperable blockchains are doing. And Syntropy is just a very necessary piece in this ecosystem. And when you look at their token over here, understanding the token, it's the gas of the network, right? So this is going to provide the gas. Anytime there's a transaction, it will require this token, and establishing end-to-end encrypted, storing and changing network configurations, buying and selling bandwidth. All of these things are going to be possible in this ecosystem. And in addition to just owning the token, you can also stake the token. And right now, look, hey, we talk about staking rewards. Where can I get the best staking reward? NOIA token, 25.27% APR as a staking reward. That's pretty insane. That's one of the higher ones that I've seen. You can come here, you can connect your wallet, participate in their validator staking on their network. And this token, NOIA, currently trading 44 cents at the time of this recording. Something you want to look at, right? Because look, I try to bring you tokens and projects that, you know, you want the token to be there so you can make some money on the investment, but like it has to be necessary part of the ecosystem, right? And you want to have something that has a valid use case. And Syntropy is something that's really, really going to be changing the way we interact with the internet, with different blockchains moving forward. So pretty cool there. I want to keep it moving on over to this one, guys. If you've heard of this, maybe Sentinel. So look, I talk about Polkadot. I've talked about DOT, how I think about it. I also made a video what I think is going to be the next Solana, and that's Cosmos. So look, I want to bring you projects. We talk about DEXs, right? But I want to bring you projects that are going to be launching on these blockchains. And Sentinel, they have a token called DVPN, which is a decentralized VPN. Very, very cool stuff. So blockchain bandwidth and infrastructure for Web 3.0. Look, this is going to become the biggest buzzword and buzz phrase moving forward into the close of 2021, into 2022. Web 3.0, guys. Get used to hearing Web 3.0. You can come here, you can stake. This is this whole decentralized VPN network and the first scalable framework allowing for DVPNs to utilize shared resources. So like sharing your computing resources, providing secure resources to people, and basically reducing the overall network carbon footprint. So really cool idea. I saw this a couple days ago and I became very interested in it. It's a, you know, look, this is the number 336 by market cap. So it's very, very small at this time, currently trading just over 3 cents. Again, use case for me, use case, use case, use case. VPNs aren't going anywhere. The way we use them and interact with them will change in my opinion. All right, and this one over here, this one's really cool, guys. So Rari Capital, they were in the news a couple weeks ago. That's what turned me on to them, actually. People are talking about this, lending, borrowing, and yield for DeFi. Do we really need another one? Actually, this one is a little bit different. I don't know if you guys read this the other week, but Rari Capital doubles TVL, total value locked to 1 billion. So they were at 500 million. They went to 1 billion, which is a crazy jump in just 2 weeks. So their amount of locked on their smart contract is just growing exponentially. And what's cool about them, if you come over here, they have this whole Fuse network. So not only can you come and you can contribute, and now it's up to 1.2 billion. So just growing exponentially. Not only can you come and you can contribute, you can set up your own DeFi lending pool. So if you have your own community, you can come here, and this is what this Fuse is. So you can come in here, you can see the number of the pool number, how much is being supplied, how much is being borrowed, and you can take a percentage as well. So that's a really cool model in my opinion, because yes, we definitely have a lot of DeFi yield farming, lending, borrowing, but this is really taking it to the next level. And then what they're doing is they have this marketplace as well. And this is still in the beta stage, but this will be fully available soon. So you can leverage your assets. So you could think launch pads and things like that, and leveraging your assets, the companies that you believe in. And then they have this RGT token. So the Rari governance token is the token of this network. And you got to think about this, right? So this is a DeFi lending protocol where anybody can come and create their own DeFi lending pools using this protocol. So governance of this platform becomes very, very powerful in my opinion, especially when you think about how much money is flowing through here. We went from 500 billion to 1.2 billion and 500 million to 1.2 billion in 3 weeks. So that is huge growth. And if you look at this token right now, currently trading at $40.58. But look, this is not one that has a crazy supply. This is a very, very valuable token and will continue to be so in my opinion. And when you look over here, look, just what I'm talking about. So Simplify launches on Rari, right? So you're going to have all of these DeFi lending protocols that are launching on Rari, which just increases the value of Rari and the RGT token. So those are mine that I'm looking to really explode, guys, as we move into November, move into the end of 2021. And if you like this video, check out this one right here. Some more high risk, high reward altcoins that you should definitely check out. Until the next time, be safe.